I just really don't like that dude. You know?
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. I don't like.
Just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him.
Terence Crawford didn't hold back when he sat down on Cigar Talk and let the world know exactly how he feels about Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
You know, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's...
No sugarcoating, no diplomacy, just raw, unfiltered truth that Crawford doesn't like Tank. With the confidence of a man who's conquered multiple divisions, Crawford laid it out for everyone watching that Tank will never step up to his weight class. According to Bud, Davis carefully picks his fights at 135, ensuring every opponent is handpicked.
Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
And while many think Tank is one of boxing's biggest superstars, Crawford isn't buying this hype. In his eyes, Davis has been hiding behind his money, hiding behind the illusion of greatness, and not taking the kind of risks that define true legends.
Using what he got to shield him. You know, like he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, you know what I mean, he in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Crawford also admitted that he respects him as a fighter, acknowledging his skills, power, and overall boxing ability. However, when it comes to Tank's personality and the way he carries himself outside the ring, Crawford made it clear that he isn't a fan.
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely got skills, he got power, he got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
Crawford, a fighter known for letting his skills do the talking and maintaining a composed, no-nonsense attitude, may see Tank's approach as something he just can't respect. So this could be a reflection of how Davis handles himself in public, his social media behavior, or even the way he picks his fights. Fans have been pushing for a fight between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis, believing it would be a thrilling clash between two elite fighters. However, Crawford has shut down the possibility, making it clear that a fight between them wouldn't happen due to the weight difference. He has no interest in a catchweight bout, and since Davis fights at 135 while Crawford is a welterweight at 147, the size gap makes the matchup unrealistic.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catchweight?
Nah, ain't no catchweight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catchweight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
Not only Tank has been in rivalry with Terence Crawford, but Shakur Stevenson has been his target point for years now. The talks for their fight were heated several times, but never came out fruitful. Terence Crawford, a close friend and mentor to Stevenson, has expressed his belief that Stevenson possesses the skills to defeat Davis, citing his superior defense and boxing intelligence. Crawford stated, "Shakur's defense is too tight," suggesting that Davis would struggle to land effective punches against Stevenson.
Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No.
Despite these endorsements, the proposed fights have not come to fruition. Crawford's support for Stevenson underscores the potential for such a matchup, but various factors, including promotional and contractual considerations, have prevented these bouts from materializing.
Personal things out of it, but boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Crawford stated that Davis is attempting to downplay Stevenson's accomplishments because he knows that Shakur's superior defense and boxing IQ would pose a real challenge for him. Crawford also pointed out that despite Tank's impressive career, his title count pales in comparison to Stevenson's. He highlighted that Shakur is a 3-weight world champion, while Davis has only held 2 titles, questioning the legitimacy of Tank's dominance in comparison.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else, and he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, 3-weight world champion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
WBC right now.
Like how many actual real titles have Shakur? I mean, Tank had like what, 2?
Yeah, I think 2. He got the WBA right now,
titles.
the real one.
The rivalry between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Tank has become a focal point in the boxing world, marked by a series of public exchanges and contrasting career paths. This animosity, which has escalated over time, offers a compelling narrative about 2 of boxing's most prominent figures.
He said, I got a glass chin, so tell him come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said, I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
The tension between Crawford and Davis began to surface in early 2025, and it is not stopping anywhere now.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
In January, The Ring magazine hosted an awards ceremony in London, recognizing top boxers for their achievements. Notably absent from the guest list was Gervonta Davis, a fact that did not sit well with him. Feeling slighted, Davis took to social media to express his frustration, directing his ire towards the magazine's organizers and attendees. Terence Crawford, who was present at the event, responded with a tweet, "I see somebody mad they wasn't invited to the Ring magazine gala." Showbiz the Adult commented on how Terence Crawford could have been just as big a star as Gervonta had things played out differently. He suggested that Crawford's skill set and achievements in the ring are on par with, if not superior to, Tank's, but Crawford's approach to his career and public persona has been more reserved.
Whoa. Don't say that. I said Crawford is worth it because Crawford just destroyed Errol Spence in front of the world. I said Crawford is as exciting as Tank Davis. Didn't I say that? High IQ, just like Tank Davis. Knock everybody out, just like Tank Davis. But Tank Davis is exciting and Terence Crawford isn't? What did the booty buddies say? Who is gonna pay for it? So if the booty buddies don't believe in Crawford, why should the world?
Unlike Tank, who has embraced the media, built a flashy image, and created a buzz around his fights, Crawford has always let his performances speak for themselves and kept a lower profile outside the ring.
I was trying to tell y'all, man. Terence Crawford stayed busy. I said y'all want Terence Crawford sitting in bubble wrap. His stock is just going down because people forgot. This world is quick. I said get back in the ring. It doesn't matter who. The best one will be Boots so you can be 3-time undisputed. Y'all said no. Y'all said Terence Crawford don't get the bread. He ain't worth the money. Who will pay for it? Now look, everybody forgot about Crawford.
The rivalry intensified as both fighters continued to engage in verbal sparring online. In a series of now-deleted posts, Davis and Crawford exchanged insults, with Davis asserting his financial superiority and Crawford questioning Davis's choice of opponents. Terence Crawford pointed out that while Tank has been dominant in his weight class, he's still stepping into a completely different level if he moves up to 147 pounds to face Crawford. Crawford acknowledged Tank's power, saying, "He's just talking." He got the confidence in himself that he believes that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with. However, Crawford quickly made it clear that there are levels in boxing, and if Davis thinks he can just walk into the welterweight division and knock him out, he has another thing coming. This comment is Crawford's way of showing his belief in his own skills, particularly against a fighter who would be entering a new weight class. Crawford's message is clear. Moving up to face him won't be as easy as Tank might think.
No knock to Tank, but there's definitely levels, and if he come up to 147 and he's thinking he's just gonna knock Terence Crawford out, got another thing coming.
A significant aspect of this rivalry lies in the contrasting trajectories of Crawford and Davis. Terence Crawford, born in 1987, has achieved remarkable success across multiple weight divisions. He has held world titles in 4 different categories, from lightweight to light middleweight, and made history by becoming the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to be an undisputed champion in 2 weight classes.
Great fighters that was getting called out by everybody from different weight classes, so it's nothing, you know, that I'm not surprised about.
A tank would be something that, you know, he said he'll touch your chin and.
Man, everybody say, you know, what they'll do, you know, but Tank is in his weight class for a reason, and I don't see him come up to 147 to face me no time soon.
In contrast, Gervonta Davis, born in 1994, has primarily competed in the super featherweight and lightweight divisions. Known for his explosive power and impressive knockout record, Davis has amassed an undefeated streak. However, critics, including Crawford, argue that Davis's level of competition hasn't been as rigorous, suggesting that he has yet to face opponents that would truly test his abilities.
I told Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know they ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally there. You know what I mean? They might have a little skills here and there, but mentally wise, they're not gonna be able to keep it up that whole fight. And them 2 guys right there, you know what I mean, is gonna be the ones that, you know, give him his first L.
Terence Crawford acknowledged that a matchup between them at 147 pounds would be a massive money fight, but also pointed out some of the issues with how such a fight would be perceived. Crawford pointed out that while Tank is a great fighter, moving up to 147 pounds from his usual weight class of 135 would be a huge leap, and he believes many would undermine his victory if he defeated Tank.
Yeah, I'll stay at 147 for him. That's a big money.
That's a big fight, yeah.
It's a big money fight, you know. Yeah.
So Spence.
But then what? Everybody gonna say he was too small. Nobody gonna give me credit.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "Oh man, you beat up a little guy that's fight at 135." You know, yeah, Tank like 5'5". You know, he's a little guy.
He noted that critics would likely dismiss the win by saying Crawford only beat a little guy, or someone who was too small for the welterweight division. Crawford also emphasized the significant weight difference, mentioning that the jump from 135 to 147 is about 12 pounds, which is a considerable gap. While the financial aspect of the fight is attractive, Crawford made it clear that the legacy impact would be less significant given the size difference.
You know, yeah, he can punch, but in his weight class. Not saying that he can't punch in any weight class, because he punch, and we see that, you know. But what type of recognition I'm gonna get for, you know, beating up on Tank? A lot of people don't know 135 and 147 is a big jump. You know, that's almost 20 pounds. Well, 22.
12.
Yeah,
12, yeah.
12 pounds. You know, so that's a big jump.
Haven Brady discussed Tank's recent behavior and the ongoing beef surrounding him, particularly noting how Tank has distanced himself from the boxing community over the past few years. Brady mentioned that Tank seems to be isolating himself, almost operating on his own island, and that he is often in conflict with others.
I feel like he been, like the last 2-3 years, he kind of separated himself for, like, you know, being in with the boxing. Like he just, he almost on himself and on the island. So I feel like he always beef with a lot of people from, you know what I'm saying, like Shakur, Devin, like, you know, he's always beef because he kind of like standoffish. So
he also highlighted the irony of Tank not being invited to certain events, considering he's one of the biggest names in boxing. Brady felt that Tank deserved more recognition and should have been invited, emphasizing that while Tank's beef may be controversial, they don't take away from his status as a top fighter.
It's definitely crazy. I thought he should have got invited, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the biggest names in boxing, or if not the biggest name, so it's definitely crazy if you ask me, but hey, I mean, I hear all facts, though. I mean, I can't get mad at him.
Brady pointed out that Tank has always said himself that he's not in boxing for the belts. His priority has been financial success. According to Brady, Tank has already proven himself by becoming a world champion multiple times, so he no longer fights for titles. Instead, he's focused on the money, which has led to the perception that his career choices are more about business than legacy. He said, Tank, he said himself, like, he is not in it for the belts, he is in it for the money. That was more of a sign like, Tank, don't fight. He don't fight you to get a belt, he already did it. He already been a world champion multiple times, so he doesn't go that route. Everything is about the money. The rivalry saw renewed attention with the emergence of Keyshawn Davis, a rising star in the lightweight division and a protege of Terence Crawford. In a recent bout, Keyshawn Davis secured a world title by defeating Denis Berinchyk with a devastating knockout. Crawford, who was present ringside, expressed his pride in Keyshawn's performance and suggested that he possesses the skills necessary to challenge Gervonta Davis.
I think he gay. So Tank, I don't need Tank, bro. I would love to fight him, but I'm not out here pushing for no Tank fight, bro. He's so unpredictable. I don't know what light skin gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Keyshawn Davis and Gervonta "Tank" Davis have been linked in discussions about a potential matchup, with Keyshawn expressing interest in facing Tank in the future. After his recent victory over Denis Berinchyk, Keyshawn emphasized his superior intelligence and skill, suggesting that his style is well suited to defeat Tank.
He do a lot of gay stuff. He give off a lot of feminine ways, you know. So I think he gay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that about him. And then, he be mentioning my mother on Twitter. He mentioned that, I wanted to kill myself before, and he made a joke out of that. And that was just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, who makes jokes about people actually wanting to harm themselves? So, like, his character, bro, is just so left field, bro. I don't with him at all.
Gervonta Davis, known for his confidence, responded to these developments by asserting his superiority. In various interviews and social media posts, he dismissed the notion that Keyshawn Davis or any other lightweight could dethrone him. This confidence, while admired by his supporters, has also been perceived as arrogance by critics, further intensifying the rivalry. Keyshawn Davis believed that Tank is avoiding the fight. Keyshawn made it clear that he's not interested in endlessly calling out Tank or repeating the same things, emphasizing that the decision is now in Tank's hands. He stated that he has earned his place in the sport through his talent and his ability to market himself, highlighting that he's done the work to build his career.
Because everybody know I want to fight. Don't nobody know what he gonna do. I honestly feel like he don't got the balls to fight me, honestly. Everybody know I want to fight him, and I'm not about to keep calling this man name and saying the same exact things.
Correct.
Like, bro, I want to fight you. Either you're gonna fight me or you ain't. Like, at the end of the day, I got here by my talent, me promoting myself, me marketing myself, and all that stuff.
Keyshawn made it clear that if Tank wants to fight him, then Tank will have to step up and make it happen. But Keyshawn is confident enough in his own ability and marketability that he doesn't rely on Tank for success. He also hinted at the possibility of taking an alternative route in his career, such as fighting someone like Isaac Cruz, showing that he is open to different challenges if the big fight with Tank doesn't materialize. He said, "I don't really necessarily need Gervonta or a megastar in the ring with me for me to keep building the businessman name up. If Gervonta want to fight me, he gonna fight me, bro, but at the end of the day, we could also go to the Isaac Cruz route too." The ongoing feud has led to speculation about a potential bout between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis. However, several factors make this matchup challenging. Crawford competes at a higher weight class, and a significant weight cut or catchweight agreement would be necessary for the fight to materialize. Additionally, promotional and network affiliations could pose obstacles in arranging such a high-profile fight. Greg Hackett pointed out that while Crawford is an incredibly skilled fighter, Tank Davis is currently more polished, particularly when comparing this version of Tank to Terence Crawford, who defeated some of the top names in the sport. Hackett also mentioned the unique resilience of both fighters, suggesting that both are capable of coming back from almost any situation in the ring, making it hard to predict the outcome.
I think this Gervonta Davis versus that Bud Crawford that beat those guys, I think is more polished. You know what I'm saying? But the reason it's tough to make that call, Bud is like one of them boys, you can have him down to his last shoelace. He find a way back. You feel me? So it's kind of tough to say, you know what I mean? But I will say Tank is more polished at this point than, you know what I'm saying, Bud was. And then if you be fair, that's not Bud at his prime.
Greg Hackett continued discussing the complexities of a fight between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Terence Crawford, emphasizing how challenging it would be to predict a winner. He pointed out that Tank's knockout power, skill set, and strong mental focus would make him a formidable opponent. Hackett also mentioned Tank's physical attributes, such as his height and arm length, which could play a significant role in the fight. Despite acknowledging the intriguing matchup, Hackett expressed disappointment that this fight may not come to fruition, suggesting that it's a fight boxing fans would love to to see, but unfortunately may never happen. He added, "It's a tough call, man. Tank with that pop, Tank with that skill set, but with that mind frame, boxing ability, the height, the arm length, I mean, great fight. I wish it was something we could see, but it ain't that tight." To wrap it up, the hypothetical matchup between Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Terence Crawford has sparked plenty of debate among boxing fans and experts alike. With both fighters possessing incredible skill, power, and mental toughness, this fight would undoubtedly be one for the history books. But will we ever get to see it? Only time will tell. So, what do you think? Who would come out on top if these two champions went head-to-head in the ring? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the biggest boxing fights.